In the previous part, Seiya, after defeating Death Magia, saves Mash and take him back to the town. Alulu was very happy after Mash woke up from his injury. Seiya enters the room. He tells Mash and Alulu that they can join him, but in return they will carry his belongings. Both of them were very happy. Mash was frustrated over his incompetence against Death Magia and promised to work hard to raise his level. Mash tells Seiya that he wants to take him to Dragon's Den. Alulu explains that according to legends, a hero alongside 2 dragonkins will come to this place. Here they will receive the mightiest weapon to defeat the Demon Lord. Seiya tells them they will first go to the Divine Realm. There Seiya went to find Cerseus. Cerseus was in the cafeteria learning to cook. When he saw Seiya coming, he immediately hid. Seiya tells Cerseus that the person he is supposed to train is Mash, not him. Seeing Mash is weaker than him, Cerseus got excited and took him to the training. After Mash, Rista handed Alulu to the goddess of fire, Hestica, and requested her to teach her flame magic. After Alulu, it was Seiya who wanted to find someone to train with. On the way, Rista accidentally bumped into the goddess of destruction, Valkyrie. Valkyrie got angry and told her to watch her steps. Valkyrie, remembering Rista got an S-class world, trolled her by saying, "Isn't it too much for a third-rate like yourself?" After this she let her go. Seiya asks Rista about Valkyrie because he sensed tremendous power from her. Rista tells him after all she is the strongest goddess of the Divine Realm. She warns Seiya to not talk to her, as she gets offended if a human said anything to her. However, Seiya already went to ask her to train him. He called her exhibitionist for her outfit. This makes Valkyrie angry and she threatens Seiya that she'll kill him. Seiya in response challenges her by saying, "Go ahead, I dare you." Just then Arya comes. With her persuasion, Valkyrie stopped and left. In a casual tone, Arya said, "I've told you many times, Seiya, not to be this reckless." Seiya asks Arya, "Are you casual with everyone or just me?" Arya apologizes, and knowing that Seiya needs someone to train with, she took him to the goddess of war, Adenella. Arya tells Seiya that she is way stronger than Cerseus and would be of great help. With a creepy tone, Adenella said that she would be glad to help a human. For 2 days they all were practicing. On the 3rd day, it is time for their departure to Gaebrande. Rista first went to pick Mash. She was amazed to see Mash's new stats. She then went to Alulu. There when she scanned her, Alulu's stats wasn't any different from before. Hestica tells Rista that this girl has no talent for flame magic, and it is better for her if she gives up on flame magic. At last when Rista went to bring Seiya, he told her that Adenella has told him to wait. Soon Adenella with a totally different look came running to Seiya. She hugs him. She gives him a cake that she has made and asks Seiya to take her on his adventure because she wants to be with him forever. Rista was in shock. She was wondering what these two were doing in the training. Seiya bluntly rejects the cake and told her that no way he will spend his life with her forever. As they were about to leave, Adenella in a rage started destroying everything. Seiya, ignoring her, says his catchphrase, "Ready perfectly," and then went inside the portal. When they get inside the cave, a voice tells them to step into the magic circle, after which they will be teleported to the dragon village. And here they will get the mightiest weapon, Ixasian. After teleportation, there they meet Lagos. He guides them to their leader. Great Mother of Dragons, Levi welcomes them. She first transforms Mash into a dragonute to reveal his true powers and tells him that with enough training he can become a dragon god. Alulu asks the Dragon Mother on how she can transform too. Levi tells her unfortunately she cannot transform because she has a more important role to serve. Alulu gets excited and asks her. Levi tells that Alulu will be sacrificed and will turn into Ixasian, the mightiest weapon. Everyone was shocked. Worried, Rista asks whether there is any other alternative. Levi tells them, it is the only way the hero can defeat the Demon King. She tells them how 70% of this world is under Demon King's control. And if they didn't take any action sooner, the Dragon Village along with other towns and nations will be destroyed. Sad Alulu accepts her fate and agrees to be sacrificed. Mash protests and asks whether instead of Alulu he can be sacrificed. Levi tells them the ritual requires a female dragon kin blood and flesh. So Mash cannot replace Alulu. At the village before the ceremony, Rista asks Seiya to do something about it. Seiya with a cold face replies, "It is very obvious what needs to be done. There is nothing for me to do." Alulu hearing this response got emotional and told him that he is absolutely right. Just before the ritual, the dragons organize a feast for everyone. 2 dragon kids offer Seiya, Rista, and Mash some cookies. Seiya was about to reject them, but Rista tells him that just eat them only this time. Just after they eat the cookie, Levi announces the commencement of the ritual. Alulu with 2 bodyguards behind her walks on the path which was created by the first Dragon Emperor. Levi explains after Alulu reaches the end point she will jump from there and soon will transform into Exasian. As she was about to reach the end, Seiya from behind kicks the guards. And said, if he let Alulu transform into a sword then she can't carry her bags. Rista tells Seiya that if Alulu is not sacrificed they will not get Exasian and as a result, they can't defeat the Demon King. Seiya tells her that he doesn't trust that the weapon would even kill the Demon Lord. Rista and Mash suddenly got paralyzed. Levi tells them she already knew this could happen so she poisoned them. However, seeing Seiya being unharmed, Levi was in shock. In a surprised tone, she said, but I saw you eat the cookies. Seiya tells that just after he ate he vomited them. Because he suspected it might be poisoned. Angry, Levi turns into Dragon God with insane stats, especially very high defense. But Seiya was already prepared as he take out Dragon Killer. The Dragon Killer was made by combining a platinum sword with Mash's and Rista's hair. Seeing the Dragon Killer's sword, Levi got scared and activated the curse on the necklace that Alulu is wearing. After 3 minutes, the time will be over and Alulu will die. Worried, Rista asks, but don't you need her for the sacrifice? Levi told her that she only needs Alulu's blood and flesh, irrespective of whether she is dead or alive. As Seiya is about to kill her, Levi unlocks the wall. With this, her defense is almost impenetrable. Seiya takes out another Dragon Killer. He combines them with the Eternal Sword skill that he learned from Adanella. But even with them, Levi's HP was barely reducing. But Seiya's plan was to push till the end of the cliff. As Levi realizes Seiya's plan, she undo the wall. But as soon as she did it, Seiya uses a double wind blade to destroy Levi's wings and push her through the cliff. And soon after, Levi turns into Exasian. Because the conditions of a female dragonkin flesh and blood met, which Levi already possesses. Seiya tells the villagers that it is a win-win for both of us. As he saved Alulu and they completed the ritual. The villagers were in a bit of shock as their leader passed away, but agrees that it was for the best. Mash hugs Alulu as he reunites with her. Just before they leave, Rista tells Seiya that she knows the sword is not Exasian because she can tell from its sacred energy. Seiya tells her that it was the best possible way to escape from there. As they were about to leave the cave, the knights from before blocked the entrance. They are Roseguard Imperial Knights. Their captain, Rosalie, is fighting against the demons. And they are here to request the hero to help them. Seiya with Rista, Mash, and Alulu went to the place where the captain is fighting. There they got to know the demon in charge is Beelzebub, who has incredible speed. Seiya witnesses how patientless the captain is. Without any strategy, she is just charging them. As a result, the soldiers are being slaughtered. They went to the captain. Rosalie, thinking they have just arrived, immediately orders her guards to attack the demons to revenge for her soldiers' deaths. However, Carlo tells her to first retreat and have some rest to think. Rosalie agrees. Everyone gathers for the meeting in the fortress. Rosalie tells everyone that they don't need any strategy because she and the hero would be sufficient. The council is not happy with her decision. Seiya stood up and tell them that he is leaving. The whole council is shocked. Seiya tells them that he is going to the Divine Realm for his training. Rosalie is angry and wants to attack as soon as possible. Seiya tells her after carefully observing their movements he is not ready yet. Rosalie was devastated to know the hero was already there when her soldiers were being slaughtered. She blames their death on him because what kind of hero after witnessing humans' death doesn't help them? Seiya bluntly tells Rosalie that because of her lack of strategy, the soldiers died. It's actually her who killed them. Rosalie gets angry and tries to slap Seiya. However, Seiya blocks it and slaps her back until she stops. Rosalie is swollen like a tomato. Cryingly, she tells Seiya that she doesn't need him and going to attack the demon alone. Seiya without any delay went back to the Divine Realm. They went to the goddess of archery, Midas, to learn archery. There she shows them her ability to shoot 7 continuous arrows. Seiya was impressed and tells her to train him. Before they start, Midas tells him that a human can't shoot even 5 continuous arrows. Seiya replies, "We'll see about that." Rista took Mash and Alulu to Arya, where she took the responsibility to train them into her hands. Circeus alert Rista about Adenella. Since they left, she is in a berserk mode. Rista goes to Adenella's place. There her whole wall is painted with "Kill you." When she turns, Adenella was behind her waiting to kill Saya. Rista tells her, Saya didn't come with her this time. Adenella didn't react much. Rista leaves and quickly goes to Saya and tells him to stay away from Adenella. Tomorrow she'll bring Mash and Alulu, and from here only they will go to Gaebrande. Saya was a bit confused because Adenella was standing behind Rista since she has arrived here. Adenella knew there is no way Rista would come back without Saya, and that's why she followed her. As she gets into her fighting stance, Saya approaches her and tells her to comb her hair because it looks like a mess. Rista was worried and tells Saya to run. However, Adenella melted and forgives Saya. Rista couldn't believe it was this easy to calm the goddess of war. Rista goes to Arya to check Mash and Alulu's progress. Mash is partially able to release his dragon seal. And Alulu has learned support magic. With it, she can use delay and haste on the subject. Soon after, with Saya, they teleport to the fortress. Carlo tells them, Rosalie has gone alone to fight Beelzebub. Saya without any delay goes there. When they reach there, Rosalie is climbing up the tree. Saya is happy because now he can use Rosalie as bait. However, Beelzebub is alerted and takes her with him. Saya sent Rista to make sure she doesn't lose sight of Rosalie. Seeing Rista, Beelzebub understands the hero is also near. So he flies higher to avoid him. However, a shining arrow came toward Beelzebub. When he tries to dodge it, he drops Rosalie. But somehow Rista manages to catch her. Beelzebub was surprised to see the hero manages to shoot this far from the ground. Soon, another 7 shining arrows are fired at Beelzebub. Rista was amazed to see a human breaking the limits. However, Beelzebub manages to dodge them all. Rista is shocked. Thinking he avoided Saya's best shot, Beelzebub finds Saya and went to kill him. But the arrows that Saya fired earlier transforms into birds and came back like a boomerang to kill Beelzebub. Later, Saya with the help of Alulu's haste finishes off the smaller flies and tells Mash to collect the bodies. After they were collected, Saya uses Hellfire to vaporize the remains. Before Rosalie leaves, she tells Saya about a legendary armor in the shrine near the village of Azael. With its help, he can defeat the Demon Lord. So, Saya with others goes to the village of Azael, but was shocked to witness its condition. The whole village was lit up in fire. When they went further inside, there they met Kiklapol, one of the 4 heavenly kings. Adamantoise is the demon he summoned from another world to destroy the legendary armor. And now with no legendary armor and sword, Saya's chance of defeating the Demon Lord is very slim. Consider liking and subscribing if you enjoyed the recap. Have a wonderful day ahead.